in a situation where you satisfy a lot of these conditions that are necessary for reciprocal altruism, you expect to see it. And so you've got vampire bats. They can recognize other individuals. They have that weird situation where they'll die if they don't get food. So there's an opportunity to get help from others, but there's also the opportunity to give help. And they live a very long time. Vampire bats can live between 20 and 30 years. So there's a lot of repeated interaction. So in that situation now, it doesn't surprise me at all that we see reciprocal altruism. In the case of small rodents, they don't live that long in nature. They live maybe 6-8 months before they tend to get killed off, either by pathogens or a predator. So in that case, we expect, because they're not around for that long, and because you don't have repeating interactions, then you expect that you're not going to satisfy it. The individual that is kind is going to get taken advantage of. One of the things I think about, I told you that when we talk about kin selection and reciprocal altruism, I think about these all the time. One of the silly things about this, Terry is always thinking about it too. Anytime I tell him something that someone has done something really mean to me or something like that, his answers are always couched in terms of this. He'll say things to me like, what do you expect? R equals 0. And he has this idea where he wants to make T-shirts where it'll have something like, one of those things with an arrow pointing to the person next to you saying, I'm with R equals 0. Or he wants to have one with the arrow pointing up that says R equals 1. Now, I mean, it's silly. It's a total science nerd joke. But what does he mean by those? I'm with R equals 0. It means that I'm very wary of this other person. I don't share genes with them, and so the likelihood that altruism is going to exist is low, and when it does, we're on shaky ground, so I have to be careful. The R equals 1 means I am going to look out for myself all the time. Or, you could have the pregnant mother shirt with, R equals 0.5. But anyway, so think about that all the time. When you're thinking about your relationships with your friends, I'm with R equals 0. You got to be very careful. It doesn't mean that there is no altruism possible, but it means you have to have repeating interactions. You have to have the ability to punish. You have to have equal chance to be the giver or taker. So that's another common one. He will say, are you in a repeating interaction with that person? And if you are, that's good for you, because then you can start to establish the relationship. If you're not, it's the stamp stealer, and you have to assume they are not going to be kind to you.